Hoopers, Lisa Sparkle here to talk to you about leg hooping. So in this video tutorial, we are going to learn how to, from the waist, drop the hoop down, hoop on the knees, slash legs, knees slash legs hooping, and then shimmy it back up. Let's start with the most essential part, the knee slash leg hooping part. Let's start with what you don't want to do, and I see people do this a lot and they're not conscious of the fact that they're trying to do this, so try and keep your mind tuned into this one, is they try and hoop with their legs apart. The hoop starts to fall down and go lower and they squat and their legs come apart. But we don't want to do that because when you have your legs apart, the hoop has two pivot points, or it's hitting two places and it just falls straight to the ground. What we do want to do instead is to bring our legs together, turn them into a beautiful mermaid fin, and give the hoop just one central pivoting point. I like to think of my legs as performing two essential functions. My left leg is my stabilizer leg. I hoop counterclockwise to the left, so if you hoop clockwise to the right, this may be reversed for you. But going counterclockwise to the left, my left leg is my stabilizer leg. My right leg is actually the leg that's doing all the work. Essentially, without the hoop, this is what's happening. I have my little right popping leg. So my stabilizer leg is here, and then my right popping hooping leg tucks right on top. So one of my knees is actually a little bit in front of the other one in this little, like, I have to go pee kind of dance. Once we've got our stance established, I just want you to take your hoop, put it right up against the back of your knees, make sure you're level and not wonky, and give it a push. So here we are hooping around the legs. Speed is key. Your legs are much, much skinnier than your waist, so when your hoop moves from the waist down to the knees, we have to move it quite a bit faster.
All right, and here I am, close up and slow motion, really exaggerating what my right leg is doing. Notice the hoop is above the knee. And from behind, here we have the legs a little bit more what it's actually going to look like together in that mermaid fin. Again, the hoop is above the knee and above the knee pit.
Once you feel like you have your leg slash knee hooping part down, let's move backwards in time and work on the transition into that, which is from the waist down to the knees. A mantra that I like to remember is that if you move slower, the hoop goes lower. Most of the time, we don't want to drop the hoop, but in this instance, we do want to have a controlled falling or a controlled dropping. So I'm going to start with my legs already in place, a beautiful mermaid fin meshed together here, and I'm just going to move slower or stop moving for a brief second until the hoop falls down. And as soon as it hits my knees, I'm going to start working it fast again. Okay, one more time. From the waist, controlled falling down to the knees, and catch it right in your knee pits, right above the knee. Work it. Let's see what that looks like from behind. Here we are, waist hooping. Hoop falls. And to get it back up, this is going to be the hardest part. This is going to take the most practice and the most drilling. I remember when I was trying to learn, I would remember looking down at my knees, hooping so fast, and you're like, why can't I get it up? It's like physically impossible. It feels like it has to defy gravity. In order to get the hoop to help us defy the law of physics, we really have to hoop fast. And now you're going to take your right hoopy popping out leg, and you're really going to exaggerate it. And you're going to take your whole leg and your whole hip, and you're going to pop, 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 pop to get it up. Without the hoop, it looks like this. Pop, pop, pop. And from the back. Don't get disheartened if this takes you a while. It's not an easy thing to do. It just takes practice. 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day is even better. Daily practice gives you achievable, concrete results faster. Now let's move on to the leg hooping rescue. Sometimes you're just too tired, or maybe your hoop is too small, or maybe your leggings are too slippery, and you just can't get the hoop back up, but you need to do something to save it. So from our leg hooping position, if you already know how to do the lift up from the waist, this is just like that, except for we're lifting it up from the knees. So I'm going to take my right hand and I'm going to slide it down the back, behind the back of my legs, and really bring that hoop up. And come up, down, up. To finish our tutorial today, I'd like to leave you with a fun little leg hooping sequence to work into your choreography. So from waist hooping, you're beautiful. You're doing things that are awesome. People are clapping from you. They're oohing and eyeing, and you are going to progress from here down into prayer position. Do something beautiful with your arms. I'm going to do this S shape in the other direction. Hands come together in the front. Open and turn down. Shimmy up. Forward again. Prayer position. All right, well, I hope you found this video helpful. Please leave any questions you have in the video comments below. Feel free to upload your videos, show off your fancy new move. Let's see your practice progress. Use the hashtags Hiptronic Hoopstar. And I hope to see you next week again for Tutorial Tuesday. Don't forget to subscribe. Aloha.